Hey, what's going on, everybody? Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So, hey, real quick, just wanted to run you guys through how there was a question about how to get the inboxes and the lead forms for the different inboxes within Pebble onto a website that is not hosted and run by Pebble. So a lot of us have websites that aren't hosted by Pebble. They're hosted either on Wix or Carrot or any of the other, or even your own WordPress site. So we're going to kind of walk you through the steps and show you the different ways that you can get it on. It's probably about a 10 or 15 minute video, so here we go. All right, so the first thing you'll need to do is sign into your Pebble, obviously, okay? So once you sign into Pebble, you're going to go over here where it says inboxes. That within your inboxes, you have 2 of them. Some might have more, so just pick the inbox that you're looking to get the actual lead form from to put onto your site, okay? Once you've picked the one you want, go ahead and click into it here. And then up here at the top, you have this wonderful settings button. We're going to go ahead and open that settings button up. And then down here, you should have a whole bunch of lead forms, right? So you're going to want to pick the lead form that you want to embed on your site, okay? And we're going to go ahead and do that. So there are 2 methods to do that, okay? So the first method is once we open this up, you have your form, right? You have all your questions that you want asked. The first method to do it is called getting the embed code. Now the embed code is an HTML code that goes into a special code block or box on your website, which then puts the form out so it shows all of these different questions, okay? Typically, this is going to be a shorter form, okay? So this is one way to do this, right? And what we do is we grab the embed code here, okay? Now, when you open this up, there's a couple of different ways to do this, right? If you have a Pebble hosted website, you would leave it on this first checkbox right here. You would choose the layout, okay? So let me rewind here. We'll go right here with your different sites, right? Custom website is a website hosted by something other than Pebble, okay, or Pebble website, okay? And then the layout is if you want the form to be horizontal or vertical. So it's vertical, you'll have like name, email, phone number, and then whatever else, and then submit button at the bottom. If you chose horizontal, it would be name, email, phone number, submit button, right? So that's how that would work. Okay, now skin, they have 5 different, 5 different skin colors. And I'm sorry, I don't know what all the colors are and which ones. There's a blue one, a green one, an orange one, kind of the base colors. So hopefully they match with most website design themes, okay? So you can try these. It's as simple as coming back in here, trying this, copying this code, pasting it in, refreshing, see what it looks like, come back, change it to the next one, grab the new code that's produced, right? So you just keep going back and forth, right? So what we're going to do today is show you how to do it on a personal website, right? Not hosted by Pebble. So you would go to custom website. We want to have a vertical form, and here is that HTML code. It's the script that they give you right here, and we'll go with just the default theme, and you can see it only changes this right down here, right? It changes this from default to whatever one of the different styles are here, right? And then all you do is come down here. It says copy snippet. Okay, now you have that snippet copied. Now when we run over here, like I build all my stuff on Wix. Wix is the platform I prefer to use when I build a website. Okay, in Wix, it's not going to let me get, right here. If you go here into Wix, you can go to embed code, right? And you want embed HTML. So whatever type of website design ecosystem you're using, that's what you're going to look for. Sometimes they're called embed blocks, custom code blocks, or custom HTML blocks, okay? You don't want the website, you don't want this element right here. You want the HTML, which I already put here. Okay, and when you click on it, right, you'll have this little thing somewhere where it's going to ask you to enter code, and it'll look like this. You do not want anything that says web address. You want something that actually says code. Now what you're going to do is just click in here, and then you're going to either right click paste or command, or depends on if you're a Mac or a PC, you know, you can control or command V, which is paste, right? And then we have this in here. We hit the update form, and then give it a minute, and boom, voila, your form is there. Now the default apparently is blue is the color, and here is the different, you've got your full name, your phone number, and your email, and then it'll say get your cash offer. Okay, it puts that in, dumps your lead into the Pebble system, and then it brings up that form. Now one thing to note with this system and doing it this way, if you have like 20 questions that you ask after this, it's going to keep it in the size of whatever box you set this in, right? So, because it's got 3 questions here in the button, but your thing might have 6 questions, right? You make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions before you'll have to scroll. People will have to scroll. So just make sure you're not putting this in a super small area. You know, as you can see, things will start to get cut off and look weird, right? So make sure you have a decent area. Most people are going to put it on top of their website about like this, but if you can design it so this overlays all your different sections and goes down, it'll pull this up. It's not a great solution, but it is the only one that Pebble gives us. Now, alternatively, what you could do is just put a button, like a button on here, and usually when you add like a button or something like that, let's just go grab any one button here. So if I were to add this button, right, and I wanted to click on something that says a link, right? Now, if we go back here to Pebble, and here's the second way you can do it, and I'll show you what the horizontal looks like here as well. Let's go ahead and copy that. Actually, I'm going to do that first here real quick for you. So we'll show you what the horizontal looks like, and we're going to put that down here in this code block, right? It just changes the orientation, and if we update this, you're going to see it's going to go all the way across. Something happened, which means I'm probably not big enough here, or need to refresh here. Let me see what's going on. Stand by 1 second here for me. Yeah, it was just in that specific preview mode, it just doesn't want to show. But when I actually go to preview the site, here's what your horizontal looks like, and that's where you'd put your name in, your email address, and stuff like that, and you'd hit this. But remember, it's going to bring up all your next questions in this little box that is only this big. So horizontal doesn't work great for a form that requires more than just this input, okay? So just remember that. So we're going to go back to editor here real quick. Okay, so the other way to do this is with the button here, right? So if we had just a button here, we can actually insert a link. So to do that, we would come back in here to Pebble. We would go get public form, okay? And now you see this little link up here. If you grab this link and copy that, right? And then we come back to Wix here and we put it into wherever it says to put the link, right? I always like to open things in a new window, right? So the current page people were on would do that. And then you come down here and we just want a web address or link or whatever it is, right? And we're going to go ahead and paste that in. And when we hit done, we're going to open it in a new window, hit done. When we go to view, and if we go to preview this right here, what will happen is when they click on this button, they'll be taken to this link right here. Boom. And it's going up, they're going to put their name, their phone number, their email. They're going to hit next, right? And you do something and then test@test.com just so we can get there. Oh, no, sorry, that's a phone number. My bad. Let's put a phone number in there. Boom. All right, now if we go to next, right, do you have an offer code? No, I don't have an offer code. And boom, it brings you to your form that you wanted people to fill out, okay? That is how that whole system is going to work. But if you're using the custom code, right, you have this right here, which is going to, right, that box is only about yay big. So only those questions are going to be in there and people are just going to have to scroll. It doesn't look as clean as this, which is why I prefer to do this. Let me close up here, Jesse here. I prefer to do this method right here, okay? And the reason I prefer to do this method here is I can have it labeled nice. It looks good here. Yeah, they see the branding up here. Not a huge deal in my opinion, but you can make a really nice header, some good text, maybe a background with some arrows saying, hey, if you want to get an offer, click this button. And when they click that button, you know, they end up, boom, right here to this web form. They can go ahead and put it in, hit submit. Everything shows up in your Pebble system and you're good to go, okay? So hopefully that gives you the couple of options you have to actually get this Pebble form embedded on your site. Let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's about it right? Yeah, that is about it. So that is the way to do it, right? That's how you get your form onto your own personal website. Hey, make sure you hit me up in the chat if you need any other help or need help actually setting up a system. All right, cheers, guys. Have a great rest of the day.